Folklore. And I would say thank you, and if there's any questions, I've got some books here too for sale. That's about it.
Are there any questions for Dick?
Does the Story Valley Creek go through the hall?
No.
There's what?
Story Valley Creek.
No, it's at the south end of it. I mean, the creek you're talking about.
Yeah.
I would say no. No, it's pretty much a dry run. The hollow.
Has anyone that's here heard about Ghost Hollow before?
I grew up, I'm Becky Shuck, I'm Ronald Shuck's daughter.
So you're well aware.
I'm well aware, yes.
Did you see the ghost?
I've never seen a ghost in there, no, but we've heard the stories.
Yeah.
And I live off Store Valley.
You do?
I do. You know where I live.
Yes.
Been to your places, yeah. So is that about what you've heard too?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Same stories.
He did, Ken did add a little bit to it when it's in the book, but I really could never find any verification because he had something in that it could have been a suicide of some sort, but I didn't hear that. Okay, good.
One more question.
Another question.
Have groups ever been bussed in due to that?
You know, when I told people I was writing this story, especially the people that had land there, they were like, we don't want a bunch of people coming. And so it was like, pretty much, I kept it very limited, but when I did the revision on my book, I added a map on the back side. And it's a 1931 map, so it pretty much covers,
This one.
yeah, the early plat book. So I didn't think, well, I don't think there's gonna be too many people that are gonna look at it and say, oh yeah, I know exactly where that is.
Elwood Jorgensen used to tell me stories about that.
Yeah.
He was a good friend I could visit and
Yeah.
I took him to the doctor a lot.
Well, it seemed to be pretty widespread in that area.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like I said, you know, you can believe all of it, some of it, none of it. But I do think something happened, but I don't know the real particulars.
Does the house, Loretta House?
Yes.
Still exist?
Yes,
Is it a museum or anything?
it's a home, there's people living there. It's a farm site right now, yeah.
Chuck?
Yeah.
Chuck Beckman owns that farm now.
Well, it's actually his grandson does now.
Oh, it's grandson does
Yeah,
now.
Caden does.
Okay.
Oh,
And basically, Loretta House is still there. They put an addition on, it's a large addition. You can see it on your picture. The
Yeah.
original was the rectangular.
yeah,
historic one.
yeah.
My great-great-grandparents came through that way and stayed.
I wouldn't doubt it. It was a main route
Yep.
for heading north and west.
Across and then they come up.
Yep, yep. Well, yeah, Anita really kind of helped put the thing together a little. And that's why I think it would have probably, if there was an instant, it would have probably happened during that territorial road days.
So then did people
There
come
were
down
highwaymen.
Store Valley Road then?
What?
Did people come, when they came across, then did people come down the Store Valley Road?
Yeah,
Uh,
that was, yeah, that was a road. I think if you look at my map, I think it shows Store Valley coming all the way up to County 25.
Yeah, I knew it used to go through, it's just it hasn't for years, because my mom said when she was little, it went through.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
that could
the-
be.
Who lives at the top? Whose farm does it go through?
Von Moosen.
Von Moosen,
Von Moosen.
and so,
Roger Von Moosen
she,
now.
she used to come down, can't think of her first name now. Anyway, they used to come and go to school. Lucille.
Yeah.
Used to come and go to the little school from up there.
Originally, the Loretta House was at a four-corner intersection. You have the road going east and west, and then you have the road coming from the, would be the south.
Yep.
And now, right now, that's a three-road
Right.
intersection. Used to be four-corner, the road used to continue down into Pine Creek.
Oh, really?
That was a township road.
Okay,
And I think that was probably the route that most of the stagecoaches would take from the cross. They would probably
Okay.
go Pine Creek and then come up that hill rather than.
and that could have, yeah,
Uh,
that could very likely have
And
been.
that road was closed, I think closed, the Story Valley Road was closed about what, 1950s, 40s? The township did discontinued maintenance.
Yeah,
And I think the Pine Creek Road was closed before that.
yeah.
And they
Yeah,
no
there's-
longer maintained it.
You'll find there's quite a few township roads that have been
Yes.
closed and different routes done, so, yeah. Go ahead.
It used to be called, for at least children, Story.
Story.
We pronounce it Story Valley instead of Story.
I think I got corrected by somebody that said it's store.
Well, that is, I think that's what it is, but kids call it Story.
There was the far east end, was the family called Storer.
Okay.
S-T-O-R-E-R.
Gotcha.
And then the road was named after them. And today the road sign says Storer Valley.
Because when they came through and we had to have names on the
Right,
valleys,
right.
everybody voted, and then the vote was Storer, because that was who it was named after.
I was really glad when the county was putting together their E911 addressing,
Yeah.
that they did allow these townships to name their own roads. Where if you go
So much better.
into Fillmore County, I think it's all like avenues and,
Numbers. It's so much better this way.
yeah.
And plus, you can memorialize a lot of the early family. So,
Story was a lot easier to tell
yeah.
people where you
You-
lived.
When I was a kid, which is not that terribly long ago,
It wasn't long ago.
that's all I ever heard of Story Valley because it was easy to say. And I
Yeah.
didn't know for a long time it was actually Storer.
You know,
It was just
and
Story
that's the way
Valley.
I talked about it
Yep.
for a long, long time. And then I got corrected a few times and it was like, okay, it's store.
Oh, and just by the way, when the picture with the young boy and the dogs in the farmyard,
Yeah,
that's this gentleman here.
yeah, that's
Oh,
a,
fun.
yeah. Didn't I
It's
say?
changed a bit.
You told me it was 1947 too, that that
Yes.
picture was taken. So,
Let me see if I can do the math correctly.
well,
That would have been about 80 years ago.
yeah, I was really glad to hear you were gonna be coming.
Looking forward to it.
I'll have to maybe go out of my way and go up and see Ronald sometime. Ronald Schein.
I think he would like that.
Yeah, I know he would, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got some books here, I'm asking $20 a book, the $5 will be donated to the museum.
Thank you for that.
Okay,
And the book is delightful. I've read your book.
have you? Good.
It's right here, it's a hardcover.